And then Fort Dodge is in there in gray and black uniforms with white lettering and numbering. They're coached by Tom McClyman, assisted by Corey Peterman. By the way, the assistants for Cedar Falls are Jackson Gilbert, Richard Horton, and Ben Besinger. As Cedar Falls takes the ball to begin 7-minute halves, of course. Matt Ray Scott Wickham here with you in Waterloo is the sideline for Cedar Falls, wide open, getting outrun has been a high tackle averted, and Cedar Falls, Caden Smith goes coast to coast. Only a high tackle would have gotten him. Orion Larson let go as he should have, and the try goes right between the sticks, and just like that, the Tigers grab the lead.
Well, Cedar Falls is very well coached, well disciplined.
Okay. Go ahead.
It should be interesting. I was looking forward to this match. Hopefully we'll see if Fort Dodge will tighten up things. Their coach is actually one plays for the Green County Bucks. So he knows rugby. He's played for a long time and he's a tough player.
Conversion up and good. How does he play for Bremer County Bucks in Fort Dodge? That's quite a drive to practice.
It is, and the last probably 5-6 years we've had a lot of players make the drive to play for Green County. So we're fortunate to still have one.
High kick. Fort Dodge receives. Big hit right away by Caden Smith, who scored that touchdown a moment ago. But Fort Dodge keeps the ball. And Fort Dodge more of a power team. Cedar Falls more of a speed team. Cedar Falls has made huge improvements from last year. They are such a good team compared to last year, especially like seeing that improvement. And I think they're one of the top 4 teams in the state by what I've seen this year. Fort Dodge, though, probably better suited for this pitch with a more narrow field. I think it kind of fits their game as they're moving right to left-handed aisle, getting it right to the center line. Orion Larson Troft has it. He's brought down. Out of the ruck, they go to the left-hand side, get all the way to the edge, but Tigers are ready and waiting for them. As Jaski gets brought down, it's poached by Cedar Falls, but then immediately stolen back by Fort Dodge. In 7-0, Cedar Falls leads with 4:45 to go in the first half. Fort Dodge with the rugby ball right now. Coming out of the ruck, doing almost nothing. There was Keaton Nichols, just kind of got standing. He got hit hard. Keeps it though, as he moves forward slowly. And Fort Dodge is going to take 4 minutes to move the ball up.
Yeah, they're just blasting it right straight up the field. And if you can do that, if you can retain the possession, you just can't give up possession.
Cedar Falls trying to poach the ball away on the far side, and they do. Oh, but a knock-on call.
Gonna be knock-on Cedar Falls, Ronnie Fort Dodge.
So, again, Cedar Falls will score in about 5 seconds. And it'll be about 4 minutes for Fort Dodge, doing contrasting styles.
Where's the recorder?
You don't need to, you really just.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
that's
got
why
it.
you won't see a
I got it.
30-0 score here. You're going to see
Fort Dodge controls the ball, keeps it on Cedar Falls' hands too.
And the scrum was
Don't worry about
not
it too
in
much, you
there.
just kinda-
Yeah.
I think he just threw it between the hooker's legs rather than placing it.
Yeah, straight out the front.
And drop it in. And Fort Dodge wins the ball out of the scrum. On the dummy, keeping it up the middle, there is Larson Troft. Ryan Larson Troft tackled out of the ruck. Again, Fort Dodge just continues to push the pile. Now they're on their scoring side. A lot of time has evaporated though. 3:15 to go. Ball kicked backwards. Fort Dodge still has it though. Connor Carver with it. As Fort Dodge now he hits it past the midline again. Flips it to Jaski. Jaski working up the middle. And Cedar Falls poaches it, but was that clean?
No,
Oh, they just took it
you
away.
have, once you make that tackle, you can't just reach down and get the ball. You have to put your arms up in the air and then reach down and poach that ball. So,
Kick goes out of play as Fort Dodge restarts with a kick, and that's their best play, to kick it deep like that, Scott. It'll be a throw in by Orion Larson Trough. It's going to take you forever to move the ball up. You've got 2.5 minutes
Fort
left.
Dodge needs to win this line out. I mean, they're downfield here, they're scoring territory. You gotta make it happen, keep it in the game here.
About 15 meters out, 20 meters out, excuse me. Ball thrown, the line out. Dropping in the hands of Fort Dodge. Eventually they pick it up, but that was kind of scary for them. Rosales has it for Fort Dodge. Now he tosses right hand side to Carver. Carver trying to get to the edge. He's going to be tackled about 10 meters out. And poaching into Cedar Falls. They released the ball and nobody picked it up for Fort Dodge. So Cedar Falls poaches it. They're up 7-0. And penalty going against Fort Dodge. So the Tigers will get a quick toss out here. They get to the outside and there's no way. A little hesitation and go. Nice play there by Braden McCullough. He hesitated. Keaton Nichols, for some reason, bought the hesitation, and he goes the distance. He's tackled right on the try line, and then falls in and gets it to go. And there's just no way Keaton Nichols can keep up with Braden McCullough. There's no way. Again, that goes back to what I was talking about. Fort Dodge could have the ball for 4 minutes. 5 seconds later, Cedar Falls scores.
And Cedar Falls is playing good defense. They're playing really hard defense, getting in the faces of Fort Dodge. And Fort Dodge is making mistakes, and with that tough defense, Cedar Falls is making those opportunities go their way.
Chase Gilbert wide left on the conversion, so that is no good. 12-0. Cedar Falls leads with 1 minute left to go in the first half of action. Again, this is the last first match of the night. After this, we'll see teams for the second time around.
Who's number 7 for Cedar Falls?
For Cedar Falls, Ryan Johnson.
He's doing a great job on defense.
Yeah.
He's all over the place. He's making a lot of things happen for Cedar Falls with his tough defense. Always around the ball.
He's a physical little boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
High kick. Fort Dodge waiting for that ball to come down, and it's in touch as it goes off the hands of Ty Adams. The lineup for Cedar Falls.
One opportunity here.
Well, and these two teams playing each other, it just feels like the track team against the football linemen. Ball will be thrown in by Cedar Falls. Is a quick line out. Going right to Ryan Johnson, who just gave accolades to. However,
I don't think it went 5 meters.
no, it did not. So that's not legal. Fort Dodge gets a tap start, and they get going. No time on the clock. Next dead ball will end the half. Fort Dodge has it. Keaton Nichols is trying to bully his way forward. He's right at the center stripe. They're moving it to the right-hand side. Tossing the dummy there was Rosales. Rosales brought down the game like 1 meter each time they get tackled. It is just inching forward. In fact, they're not even going for it. Cedar Falls is making them go backwards. And we've got a card. Is that going to give him a card?
Yeah, it looks that way.
Yeah, give it a card to Fort Dodge.
What?
They just issued it to Ryan Larson Troft.
Man, I missed what happened there.
I didn't either, but the official quickly came on and gave it to him.
Well, it
Must have been a cuss word or
So
something.
no time on the clock. Cedar Falls will
Probably
get it.
talking
With the way
shit.
this is gone, you'd expect to score in about 15 seconds or so. That's how it's gone.
No, yeah, I don't think anybody's got on Fort Dodge there on the end there to stop the speed on the outside here at Cedar Falls.
And you're a
Plus
man down
plus they're
and
man
slow.
down.
Cedar Falls gets a quick tap start. Ball's all the way to the left-hand side. Cedar Falls has got to go back to the right. If they get back to the right, they'll score.
Oh,
Bad tossing. Now it's still backwards though. Ryan Johnson has it. They get all the way to the right side. Edge on a toss that goes in touch. That is the end of the half. 12-0. Cedar Falls leads Fort Dodge 1/2 in. Still a lot that can happen in the second half. Let's see what happens when we come back. You're listening to Boys High School Rugby Sevens on the K-Way Sports Network.
Alright.
So are they going to be down the guy for a little bit in the second half as well, or do they start with 7?
Depends on if he's done his full 2 minutes. I wasn't looking at the clock.
I don't think it was 2.
It was no time on the clock, so.
I
Yeah.
think they'll play with 6 at the start.
Yeah, I have to do it for like 90 seconds. That'll be tough.
Hey, ready to put cheese on the hot dog? He was like, oh yeah, we can put nacho cheese on it. I was like, no, American cheese. And he's like, yeah, we can do that.
I was going gangbusters, moving the thing.
Oh, were
but
you
I didn't score.
zooming in and out too?
No.
Oh,
No.
yeah, I don't go that serious with it. If they want to know the score, they can count the score themselves.
You got it, didn't you?
One half has been played
Score's
through
right.
Falls. Leads Fort Dodge 12-0. Now, Fort Dodge is going to be a man down to begin the second half because there's still about 90 seconds left to go in Ryan Larson Tromp's
Looks good.
yellow card.
Looks
Cedar
yellow.
Falls will be kicking off right to left on your dial in their red uniforms.
I know.
You
Fort
want to keep
Dodge
doing this?
receiving in their
Like,
black
Yeah,
and
I got you.
grays on the left-hand side.
You should move. You should move.
That race got
You should move
here.
over there for me.
Don't move.
Rugby
If it's like in a
Jamboree
fall.
almost at the halfway mark. Almost halfway through tonight's action. This is the last regular season Jamboree of the year. After this, it's to West Des Moines Valley for the state tournament where it's been held for several years now. Nice facility, turf field. It's not Valley Stadium, the varsity football field, but this is like JV football field they play on, which is just fine for the rugby 7
Yeah,
state
it's a
tournament.
good venue.
Yeah, it is really nice. Here's the kick, and it is toward the sideline for Fort Dodge off the Chase Gilbert boot. Fort Dodge will try to work it slowly, as they always do. Pershing has it. This is the part where, on offense, they don't seem to really struggle down a man. They don't use all 7. They just kind of use 2 or 3 straight up the gut, and that's what they're doing here now, as Keaton Nichols is taking some boys for a ride straight up the middle. Fort Dodge has it. They're going to continue to just bully ball it. There's Munter. Runs forward. Fort Dodge goes left-hand side. Back to Nichols.
You have like a 280-pound runner there too, and he runs the ball quite good.
Yeah, he's a strong player. You just wonder when he's going to run out of gas. Not releasing the tackle is the call, so Fort Dodge has it running across midfield all the way about 40 meters out. Now they throw right-hand side to Ty Adams. Cedar Falls just continues to be there, though.
Yeah, nice tackling by Cedar
Not
Falls.
releasing.
They didn't release the ball. Fort Dodge didn't release the ball. Cedar Falls will get it. And here comes the lightning after all that thunder. Metaphorically, as the ball's kicked up ahead. Great job there by Murrah. Murrah tried to kick it up to himself. And he's one of the few guys that attempts in the high school league, Scott.
Well, and he was a solid player last year.
It'll be Cedar Falls' ball again after a penalty called against Fort Dodge. Murrah has it. Goes left-hand side. Working that side. Oh, nobody's going to stop him. That is just bad
Total
defense.
breakdown in defense.
Another
Fort
Tiger
Dodge
drop.
and Caleb Weiland just walked it in. I mean, he had nothing to do. He didn't have to go to the dummy. No, he just ran straight forward.
Well, Cedar Falls is just a lot quicker team. Man for man out there, they're much quicker. And even though, Fort Dodge has them outside, they're still making tackles on these guys. Now, sometimes it's taking 3 or 4 Cedar Falls guys to take down Fort Dodge tackler, but they get back on defense right away.
And Fort Dodge is just now back in
Kick
full
is good.
strength as well. So there are 2 more points as Chase Gilbert puts it right between the sticks. 19-0. Cedar Falls beating Fort Dodge in a lot of lopsided contests so far here, Scott.
Yeah, I really expected it to be a little closer than what the scoreboard showing here.
I'm convinced Cedar Falls is a formidable team in Class 2. I'm not sure if they can win the title or not, but they're definitely going to give somebody a run for their money. You've got to play well to beat Cedar Falls.
I think they'll be seated 4.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be Southeast Polk, Waverly, Valley, and Cedar Falls.
That makes a lot of sense, and that's how the standings are right now. As Fort Dodge continues to go up the middle, but like I said, you just can't show up and knock yourself a victory over Cedar Falls. You gotta play well. As there's Fort Dodge running across the midline, as Connor Carver with the longest run of the night for Fort Dodge, but then they immediately lose it after the tackle. Cedar Falls comes away with it.
Well, we really had a close match with Cedar Falls too. I mean, this
Was
is
that
a
week
match.
1 or 2?
High tackle there.
Yeah, high tackle on Murrah. Got high tackle. He's going to quick tap this. And it's just the speed of the Tigers that'll get you every time. And they don't have a lot of, they run untouched on the near sideline. They ran right out of bounds. Caden Smith, again, this narrow
Out of
pick.
bounds.
He was
Fort
just
Dodge.
playing instinct, and he kind of forgot he was on a narrow field.
And Murrah's probably one of the better players playing in our class this year for Cedar Falls.
3:15 to go in the contest. 19-0. Cedar Falls leading Fort Dodge. Yeah, line out for the Fort Dodge squad as Ryan Larson Troff goes in. See the Dodgers do here. thrown. Line out one by Fort Dodge.
Nice lineup.
Straight up the gut, they're gonna run with Dalton Roseles. Doesn't have enough speed. And now we flip it. Good pass to Orion Larson Trough. Larson Trough throwing it backwards deep in his territory. Gets to the corner. Carver. Fort Dodge though loses it after all that. They finally put up some speed, Scott, and they lose it. Now let's see the Falls. There's lots of room on the sideline. Good open field tackle though made by Ty Adams. It looked like Cedar Falls is just going to take it. Cedar Falls throws it away to Fort Dodge as Roseles has it. Some sloppy play from the Tigers for the first time tonight. We've seen that. Fort Dodge has it. They're 10 meters out. Ball's on the right sideline area. Fort Dodge, not any spacing at all. The guys just handing it to each other, running forward. And now running right hand side. Now left hand side is Roseles. He's going to score. Fort Dodge gets the goose egg off the board.
Fort Dodge draw.
Post with 2 minutes to go in the contest. They finally get a score. The Falls made some mistakes, and Fort Dodge took advantage of it, Scott.
Yes, they did. And they would have, played that way in the first half. They probably had a few more points on the board. But there they had support every time they were tackling.
I think that's why
They
that
had
yellow
support
face is
there.
not. I
First
think
half,
that's why the yellow
they
card
weren't getting the
happened.
support there after that.
Did they make that?
Ryan Larson Trough's kick goes straight up and through. It is now 19-7. Fort Dodge on the board. Cedar Falls with the lead. Fort Dodge will be kicking it off left to right on your dial. There is a minute 20 on the clock when Cedar Falls will get the ball. And CF has been pretty impressive so far. High kick. Right side.
Oh, play the
my
man.
gosh, she blasted it
That's
into
a
the
yellow.
receiver, Connor Carver. That's a
He
no-no.
hit him before he got the ball. That's a big
That is a
no-no.
yellow.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be
In the
another
air.
yellow card.
It is a yellow card.
Oh boy.
He's out for the rest of the game.
I'm surprised that
Fort Dodge is going to be a man down for the rest of tonight. As they issue the card
Was it red?
Carver.
Red.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
red. It's because he hit him in the air.
Ooh. Yeah, that was the most obvious card you can imagine.
So he's done for the night.
Yeah.
He can't play
And
in
the
the next game.
coach is having a little chat with him. He kind of gave the what for to the referee, and you don't do that.
And what for? It was a really dumb question to ask.
Yeah, I mean it was
This thing's
he
about
made
to die.
not a brilliant play at all.
Yeah.
In fact, he had
I'll
a
switch it when the game
Yeah.
Okay.
and then chew on the referee that he called you on it.
Yep, and that was just an obvious call. And now Fort Dodge is in trouble. Fort Dodge are kicking it ahead to themselves.
They're
Oh,
As they
yeah. They're getting
take the
there.
ball, and Cedar Falls kicks it out the back. Good shot by them just to kick that ball out the back, because that would have been a for sure score
Yeah.
for Fort Dodge.
5 meters
came
kicked
down
out
the
for
net.
Dodge.
As time has expired, Fort Dodge will be able to put this. Is this?
What's he
Is
calling
that a
it?
drop out? 5 meter drop kick?
Is that what he's calling it?
Oh, drop kick.